All right, we're live. G'day, this is my motivational rant for this Tuesday. I hope you're well, guys. Today, what I want to do is share a bit of a story. I am live here on Instagram and Facebook as well, so I hope you're tuning in. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, you can subscribe at thehiddenwhy.com. So yesterday, I was sitting here in my office doing a little bit of work, and I was actually at the time talking on the phone. I was talking to a potential buyer, and I noticed these people over the backyard here peering through the fence to the other property, and I thought there was something going on. So I pressed hold on the phone and excused myself, and I yelled out. And it turns out they were looking through because they could smell some smoke coming from the next door neighbour's house, and they could hear the fire alarm, which I was oblivious to. Anyway, after hanging up my phone call, I ran out the front yard to the neighbour's house, and sure enough, I could smell the smoke. I could actually see the smoke billowing out of the windows to the houses. So there was smoke coming out of the back window. There was smoke coming out from the upstairs window as well, and you could definitely see a level of smoke there. So I yelled out to the old mate next door who I saw through my window and told him that there's definitely smoke here. I'm going to call the fire brigade. I also know the owner of the home. So before I did that, I called him on his mobile. He didn't pick up. I left a quick message, and then I dialed 000, got the fire brigade on the phone, called them out to the address, and then tried the owner again. He got on the phone. He said, "Oh, what's going on?" And I said, "Look, there's some smoke coming out from your house. I'm not sure what's going on. There might be a fire there." I called the fire brigade. He said, "I'll be there soon." Anyway, sure enough, the next door neighbour came around. We both went through the back gate. We couldn't get into their house. Their house was locked. It was early morning, but most people, were at work. There was no one in the house as far as I could tell because I was yelling out. And then, we looked out the back, and we looked through the back window into the kitchen, and we saw that the stove was left on. So they had a left-on pot of boiling soup, as it turns out. Now, the old mate from next door here, he quick thinker. He went around, turned the gas off, so that actually turned the flame off in there. There was still a lot of smoke coming out anyway, but it seemed that was the only problem that there was. So there was no fire. So I actually jumped on the fire brigade and called them up and said, "Look, false alarm. It looks like the stove was just left on. It's been dealt with, and the owner's on his way." So the fire brigade did end up coming, but what really shocked me was the owner got home and he pulled into the driveway very fast and frantically, as you would, getting this call. It's very unexpected. He didn't really acknowledge us that well. He just said, "What, smoke?" And he ran inside and came back out and said, "False alarm." They left a pot of soup on. But throughout this whole incident, there was just a lack of thanks. There was a lack of gratitude for the neighbour and myself coming over there to bring this to his attention and the fire brigade's attention, and really to take care of the situation, why he wasn't there. There was a lack of eye contact, lack of friendly gestures. A smile would have gone a long way, I can tell you now. And he actually even said something that struck me as quite, unfair and unnecessary, because we said we went around the back into the house. And he said, "Oh, how'd you get in?" And we said, no, we just went through the back fence. And, again, there was a lack of thanks and lack of gratitude for us being there and us bringing this to his attention. It could have been something a lot worse. So I suppose this motivational rant is really just about, being thankful and being nice to others and really having that gratitude, because what you get in life is what you give, and what you give is what you get. So, for something like that to happen to me, if there was someone that brought that to my attention and I came home, I would be over the moon thanking them, and probably later on I'd even go out of my way to buy them a gift and say thanks again, because it could have been such a worse situation, which it wasn't, thankfully. But, I just think that sometimes, and, perhaps he was caught up in the moment at the time, a bit stressed, maybe there was a little bit of shame because it had happened. But whatever the case, you still need to show some thanks, even if it's not right at that moment, maybe later on with a follow-up phone call. "Hey, thanks for letting me know. Thanks for calling me out. I really appreciate what you did." That sort of thing goes a long way, and it doesn't have to be for a situation like that. It can be the small thank yous that go a long way in our life as well. So I think we need to sometimes just remember that kindness, thank yous, gratitude really pays off. So that's my motivational rant for today. I hope you enjoyed the story, guys, and you can connect with it again at thehiddenwhy.com. We'll see you again tomorrow.